Namaste. Okay, have the fan on. Where to put the fan? If it, yeah, there's some background sound now. Sorry. It's the best I could do right now. I don't have any, I don't like air conditioners. Okay. Yoga Sutra. Yoga Sutra, Book 2, Sutra 43. Mic check. Okay. See the Kira or see the Tira? T, right? Ki should. T, yeah, okay. Yes, the author has a style mistake. Namaste. Kayanandriya siddhi tira shuddhi tiku shuyang tat pasaha. Kayanandriya siddhi tira shuddhi tiku shuyang tat pasaha. I want to say that one more time. Give me 1 second here. Alright, here we go. Kayanandriya siddhi tira shuddhi tiku shuyang tat pasaha. Nirvaityamanameva, sorry, Nirvaityamanameva tapo hinasatya shuddhya varanamalam tada varanamala pagamat kaya siddhira nuimadiyam tada varanamala pagamat kaya siddhira nuimadiyam tattanandriya siddhir Tattanandriya siddhildura chravana darshana dhyati. Number 1. Namana no. 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 Mana. Okay. Tattanandriya siddhildura chravana manana dhyati. Yeah, okay, cool. Namaste. Perfection in the body and in the organs after impurity has dwindled as a result of self-castigation. Self-castigation in the very act of completing itself destroys the defilement from the covering of impurity. As a result of the removal of the defilement of the covering, I'll say it again. As a result of the removal of the defilement of the covering of this, there is perfection of the body, such as atomization. Likewise, perfection of the organs, such as hearing and seeing at a distance. Veda next, thank you. I forgot. So today we're starting a new book. Let me see here. Book 4. Oh, cool. Wow. Nice. 20 shlokas, like a whole chapter. So let me change the title. So now it's book 4. A little intimidated. Wow. Hymn 1. Book 4, Hymn 1, Veda. Okay, yeah, intimidated. Maybe I'll bow first. Namaste, Namaste. Namaste. Veda Paitika Savara Pirahita Manandalanam Chatul Devam Yaganam Sadamit Samanyavo Devanso Devamaratim Nierira iti Gratavan Nierire Amaltiam Yajatan Maltieshavan Devam Janatan Prachatasam Vishivama Devam Janatan Prachatasam San Prantaram Parunamaguna Pavaratasavan Devam Achichan Sumati Yajnavanasam Jeshutwam Yajnavanasam Ratavanamaditiam Parshonui Trutam Rajanam Parshonui Trutam Sakhe Sakayamapyan Pavaratasavan Na Chakra Ratyevan Ramhya Samapyam Dasama Ramhya Agane Murului Parunue Sachang Pido Marutusu Vishivapanushu Dokaya Jute Shushuchana Sham Kuroti Asama Pyam Tasama Sham Kuroti Devam No Agane Parunasyan Pidavan Davasyan Helovan Yan Sisi Shutwa Yajishutwa Bahi Yajishutwa Bahanitamaha Shoshutano Vishavan Deveshwamsi Bra Mumugatiasamata San Devam No Aganevamo Pavoti Nedishutwa Asiyan Ushaso Birchato Aban 야쿠셔바 노 바루남 라라노 비히 무로로이감 수아보 나 에티 아시안 시레슈투어 수파가시안 삼드르그다바시안 지트라타마 말티에슈 슈치 크르담 나 다프타마크니아야 스파이하 데바시아 맘하네바 테노허 드리라시아 땅 바라마 사는티 사티안 스파이하 데바시아 자니마 니아그네허 아나는데 아는따허 바리비따 아가저 추치허 슈크로 아리오 로루짜나허 상 두도 비시베다피 바시두이 사드마이 호땅 이라노야라토 람수지흐바허 로히다시보 바푸슈요 비파바이 사당 라는바허 비투마티바 삼사트 사 제타야는 마누슈어 야진야바는 투허 브라담 마히양 라샤나야 나야는티 사 구슈에티아시양 두리양수 사 타는데보 말타시양 사타니트바마빠 사 뚜노 아그닐 나야뚜 브라자나는 나쩌창 라트남 네바파그담 야다시암 티양 야드비슈보 아모르땅 아끄르는 바는 디아우슈피땅 아끄르는 바는 디아우슈피땅 자니땅 사티야 모쿠쇼는 사 장야땅 프라타마흐 바스티앙수 마호 보트네 라자소 아시안 요나오 아빠다시 슈 구하마노 아난타 요유바노 브르셔파시안 닐루에 브라 샬타 알타 프라타맘 비파니암 라타시안 요나 브르셔파시안 닐루에 스파이호 유반 바푸슈요 비파방 사부타 브리야 소자나는 자나야는 땅 브리야 소자나야는 땅 브르시노에 아스마 까마트라 비타로 마누슈요 아피프라 세둘라타마 누슈 세둘라타마 누슈 노허 아시마바라장 수두카 바브레 아는따루두스랑 아자는 누셔소 후바나허 때 말무르자따 다드르밤소 아드림 다데셔마니에 아피토 비 보짜는 바시바야는 뜨라소 아피 가라 말자는 비다는 땅 지오티시 짜끄르 빠는 땅 티피허 때 가비아 땅 마나상 드르트라 무부탐 가 예마남 파리 저는 땀아드리며 드르르함 나롬 바차상 다이비에나 브라잠 고마는 따모시조 비 바부루허 때 많은 바땅 바타맘 나마 테노스트리허 사부땅 마뚜허 파리마누이 비는다는 나즈자나티 라피아 누셨다 브랑 Abil Povadaru Ria Shasan Abil Povadaru Ria Shasan Goho Nechatatamo Dutitam Rochata Diauru de Debi Diauru de Debian Ushaso Panuraitam Suryo Purohatasati Shirtua Purohatasati Shirtada Jirama Purohatasati Shirtada Purohatasati Wow. 1 second, I'm at 15. Very extensive. Oh, almost done. This does the Sutra. Okay. Suryo Purohatasati Shirtada Jirama Purohatasati Shirtada Jirama Raju Marteshu Purojina Japashyana Adita Pashujan Bubutana Vyakyanana Didiratanam Vyakyanana Didiratanam Tarayananta Upakatama Vishivasu Turiyasu Deva Mitra Tie Paruna Satya Masutu Ajachan Pocheyan Shushujana Maganim Hotaram Vishiva Parasam Yajeshutama Shutyuto Ataranana Gavamananto Na Putam Parishwikutamam Shoha Vishivesha Maditiriajiniyanam Vishivesha Matitimanushanam Agnil Devanam Avarunonaha Amuruluiko Pavatu Chatabedaha Namaste. I have to bow actually. Namaste. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste. Yeah, the Devanagari, the proper Sanskrit letters are alive. They're living. I'm gonna retract what I said, which is alive, and switch with. It's a living language. Aryan Sanskrit is a living language, and the letters Devanagari in proper Sanskrit is living. Namaste. Okay, Upanishad the next. Thank you. I totally forgot to read the translation. Okay, here you go. Book the 4th. So basically, I don't read anything that's not in Sanskrit. Like, for example, hymn 1 wasn't in Sanskrit, so I'm not reading hymn 1, before I start. So in case you guys are wondering, wow, how come he doesn't read the titles? Because it's not in Sanskrit. When it's in Sanskrit, I'll read it. If it's not in Sanskrit, I'm not gonna read it. Thank you. Namaste. The Agni have the gods, ever of one accord, sent hither down a god, appointed messenger, ye, with their wisdom sent thee down. The immortal, O thou holy one, mid the mortal men, the God-devoted God, the wise, have they brought forth the omnipresent God-devoted sage. As such, O Agni, bring with favor to the gods thy brother Varuna, who loveth sacrifice, the chief who loveth sacrifice, true to the law, the Aditya, who supporteth men, the king, supporter of mankind. Do thou, O friend, turn hither him who is our friend, swift as a wheel, like two car steeds in rapid course wondrous, to us in rapid course. O Agni, bind thou grace for us with Varuna, with Maruts who illumine all. Bless us, thou radiant one, for seed and progeny, ye. Bless us, O thou wondrous God. Do thou who knowest Varuna, O Agni, put far away from us the God's displeasure. By sacrificer, brightest one, refulgent, remove thou far from us all those who hate us. Be thou, O Agni, nearest us with succor, our closest, I want to read it again. Be thou, O Agni, nearest us with succor, our closest friend, while now this morn is breaking. Reconcile to us, Varuna, be bounteous, enjoy the gracious juice, be swift to hear us. Excellent is the glance of brightest splendor, which the auspicious God bestows on mortals. The God's glance longed for, even as the butter, pure, heated, of the cow, the milch cow's bounty. Three are those birds, the true, the most exalted, eagerly longed for of the God of Agni. He came invested in the boundless region, pure, radiant, friendly, mightily resplendent. This envoy joyeth in all seats of worship, borne on his golden car's sweet-tongued invoker. Lovely to look on with red steeds, effulgent, like a feast rich in food, joyous forever. Allied by worship, let him give men knowledge. By an extended cord, they lead him onward. He stays effectual in this mortal's dwelling, and the God wins a share in his possessions. Let Agni, for he knows the way, conduct us to all that he enjoys of God-sent riches. What all the immortals have prepared with wisdom, the house, sire, begetter, raining down true blessings. In houses first he sprang into existence, at great heaven's base, and in this region's bosom. Footless and headless, both his ends concealing, in his bull's lair drawing himself together. Wondrously first he rose aloft, defiant in the bull's lair, the home of holy order. Longed for, young, beautiful, and far resplendent, and 7 dear friends sprang up unto the mighty. Here did our human fathers take their places, vain to fulfill the sacred law of worship. Forth drave they, with loud call, dawn's teeming milch kine, hid in the mountain stable in the cavern. Splendid were they when they had rent the mountain. Others around shall tell forth their Splendid were they when they had rent the mountain. Others around shall tell forth this their exploit. They sang their song, prepared to free the cattle. They found the light, with holy hymns they worshipped. Eager, with thought intent upon the booty, the men with their celestial speech threw open the solid mountain firm, compact, enclosing, confining cows, the stable full of cattle. The milch cow's earliest name that the milch cow's earliest name that they, I can't say they after name because of my injuries. Name they, okay. The milch cow's earliest name they comprehended. They found the mother's thrice 7 noblest titles. This the bands knew and sent forth acclamation, but the bull's sheen, the red one, was apparent. The turbid darkness fled. The heaven was splendid. Uprose the bright beam of celestial morning. Surya ascended to the wide expanses, beholding deeds of men, both good and evil. Then afterwards they looked around, awakened when first they held that heaven allotted treasure. Now all the gods abide in all their dwellings. Varuna Mitra, be the prayer effective. I will call hither brightly beaming Agni the herald, all supporting fast that worship. He hath disclosed, like the milch cow's pure udder, the soma's juice when cleansed and poured from beakers. The freest God of all who should be worshipped, the guest who is received in all men's houses. Agni, who hath secure the God's high favor. May He be gracious to us. Jata Vedas. Okay. Upanishad next. I'm wondering if I should bow again. Because No, I don't have to. Thank you. Namaste. Upanishad next. I'm going to take a longer break because that Veda was really long. Okay, here we go. Upanishad. Chanandogi Upanishad. Chanandogya Upanishad. Book 5, Kananda 20. Almost done with book 5. I think there's about 5 or 6 left after this. And 2 left after, 3 left after today. 24 Kanandas total. Okay. You see this beautiful text here? There are no markings. You see that marking there? That humans made. One human made it. Namaste. I should play on. Yeah. Namaste. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste. Okay, here we go. Atayam, Dvitiyam, Juhuyatam, Juyadabhyanaya, Sivaheti, Vyanasatarapyati, Vyane Tarapyati, Shrotaram Tarapyati, Shrotare Tarapyati, Janandarama Saturyati, Janandarama Satarapyati, Janandaramasi Tarapyati, Dishasatarapyananti, Tikushu, Tarapyananti Shu, Yatakimchang, Dishashichang, Janandarama Shechang, Titishirtananti, Janandarama Shechang, Titishirtananti, Tata Tarapyananti, Dasyanu, Tarapatim, Tarapyati, Prajayang, Pashupiranana, Diana, Dajasan, Parahuma Pachasanati. Namaste. I have to bow. Yeah, I have to bow. Namaste. So after bowing, I have to say Namaste after finish. Then the second oblation, which he would offer, then the second oblation, which he would offer, he should offer with Hail to the Vijnana breath. The Vijnana breath is satisfied. The Vijnana breath being satisfied, the ear is satisfied. The ear being satisfied, the moon is satisfied. The moon being satisfied, the quarters of heaven are satisfied. The quarters of heaven being satisfied, whatever the moon and the quarters of heaven rule over is satisfied. Along with the satisfaction thereof, he is satisfied with offspring, with cattle, with food, with the glow of health, and with eminence in sacred knowledge. Okay. Ramayana next, thank you. Okay, here we go. Oh, I have to bow. Namaste. The older the text is, the more etiquette. yeah, more ancient, more etiquette. Namaste. Forget to chant the mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste. Okay, here we go. Tvichatavarim Shaha Salgaha. Namaste. Kala Taimam Kate Rama Sagare Prakruti Janah Rajanam Rochayama Suram Shumanantam Sutaimikam Rajan Sumahana Sidam Shumana Rakunanandana Tasya Puturo Mahana Sid Tilipa Iti Pishrutah Tasmai Rajyam Samadhishyam Tilipe Rakunanandana Himabacha Chikare Ramye Tapasatape Sudarunama Tuvatarim Sachit Chattatsa Hasaram Tuvatarim Sachit Chattatsa Hasaram Vaishonui Sumaha Yashah Tapo Panagato Rajan Sevaigam Lape Tapotanah Tuli Pasutu Mahatejah Shrutuban Baita Maham Batam Tuhakopahatayam Buddhatiyan Dishachayam Na Tiagachachata Katam Ganganga Bataranam Katam Teshwam Jalakuriyan Darayayam Katam Jaitaniti Jinata Parupavat Jinata Parupavat Nasyan Jinatayato Nityam Taimeno Vidita Tamanaha Putro Pagirato Nama Jajinye Paramatai Mikah Tili Pasutu Mahatejang Yajinyai Bahu Pirishita Vane Yajinyai Bahu Pirishita Vane Turim Shada Vacha Sahasranui Rajan Raja Makarayat Akatavan Dishachayam Rajan Desha Mudutaranam Prati Vyantina Narashai Dula Kala Taimam Yiban Kala Taimamupe Yiban Inundra Lokam Gato Rajan Sumajityanaiva Kaimano Rajye Pagiratam Putrama Pishuichian Putrama Pishuichian Narashopahu Pagiratasutu Pagiratasutu Raja Shultaimiko Rakunanandana Anapatio Maharajah Prajakamah Saja Prajah Manantri Shubhataya Tad Rajyam Ganganga Bataranue Ratah Tapon Dilkam Sama Deshutwad Sama Tapo Dilkam Sama Deshutwad Gokainue Rakunanandana 울트바바후허 만짜따빵 마사하로 짓대는들이야허 다시야 발셔사스라누이 코레 따빠시 드셔탔다허 아티다니 마하바호 다시야 라지뇨 마하트마나허 수프리토 파가바나 브라흐마 브라자남 브라푸리 시바라흐 따따흐 수라가노이흐 살타무파가미야 피타마하흐 파기라탐 마하트마남 따피야마나마타 브라비트 따피야마나마타 브라비트 파기라타 마하라자 브리타스테함 자나티파 타파상자 수타프테나 타파상자 수타프테나 파람 파라야 수브라타 타무바자 마하테자흐 살바로카피타 마하마 파기라토 마하바후흐 그르탄잘리부터허 스티타허 야디 메 파가바네 브리토 야디아스티 타파사흐 팔라마 사가라시아트 마장허 살베 마트타허 살릴라마 부누유허 살릴라마 부누유허 I have to say this again? Okay, I'm gonna say the whole thing. 18. Let me just see how many shlokas are there. Oh, 25, 18. Okay, cool. Yadi me Bhagavan Burito Yadiasati Tapasaha Palama Sagarasya Tamajaha Salve Matataha Salilama Punuyuha Gangangayaha Salila Kulinane Pasamanieshwam Mahatamanam Savagam Gachachayuratianantam Salvecha Prapita Maha Devan Yanche Ha Samtatiai Navasi Dat Gulam Cha Nah Ekushavan Kunuam Gule Devan Esho Mesutu Paraha Ukudavan Kiam tu Rajanam Savalokapita Maha Pratiuvan Cha Shupam Panuim Maturam Matura Kushoram Manurato Mahaneshwa Pagirata Maharata Evam Pavatu Padramte Ekushavan Kukula Valtana Ekushavan Kukula Valtana. Just double checking. My mind's kind of, yeah, cool. Right? Iam Haimavati Jeshutua Gangang Imavata Sutong Tam by Tarayitum Rajan Harasatatra Newjatam Gangangaya Patanam Rajan Purtivi Na Saishati. No, Saishate. I want to say that again, the whole thing. So it's written as Gamga. That's not right. It's Ganganga. So I'm just reading Ganganga. I'm not reading what it's written whenever it says Ganga. Gangangaya Patanam Rajan Purtivi Na Saishate. Tam by Tarayitum Rajan Naniam Pashyami Shulinah. Rajan, yeah. Cool. Move on. I'm OCD. 25. Last one. Demava Mukutavan Rajanam Gangangam Japashuya Lokakurata Jagama Tridivam Devaiha Saivaiha Saha Mauduganoiha Maruduganoiha Maruduganoiha. Okay. Sorry, I was being distracted a little bit. Okay. Etiyan Shwe Shri Madhuramayanwe Paramikiye Adikavye Palakanandwe. That's what I get for trying to be cool. And I have to bow. Now it's like it's gonna be ongoing forever and ever and ever. Namaste. Namaste. Canto 42. So I'm saying Canto 42 here because I read that in Sanskrit before. Otherwise, I wouldn't read the title names or whatever, you know. Sagara, having met his end. O Rama, the people desired the highly pious Amshumane to be their ruler. The said Amshumane, O scion of Rakhu, proved to be a very great monarch. His son, widely known by the name of Dilipa, was great. Having entrusted the kingship to the said Dilipa, O scion of Rakhu, Amshumane practiced the severest ascesis on a delightful summit of the Himalayas. Having continued for 32 lakhs of years in a grove intended for austerities, the highly illustrious king, rich in asceticism, attained heaven. Hearing of the death of his granduncles, the exceptionally glorious Dilipa could not arrive at any decision, due to his judgment being clouded by sorrow. He felt anxious as to how the Ganga should descend, how water could be offered to them, and as to how he should redeem them. While the king, who was celebrated for his righteousness, was plunged in thought every moment, a most pious son, Bhagirath by name, was born to him. Dilipa, for his part, who was exceptionally glorious, propitiated the Lord through many sacrifices. The king reigned for 30,000 years, failing to arrive at any decision on the question of deliverance of his forebears. The king, O tiger among men, met his end through illness. Having installed his son, Bhagirath, on the throne, the king, a jewel among men, ascended to paradise through merit earned by his own self. Emperor Bhagirath, a pious royal sage, was issueless, and as such desirous of progeny, O scion of Rakhu. Having entrusted the people as well as their rulership to his ministers, intent as he was on the descent of the Ganga, he practiced prolonged ascesis on Mount Gokaino, for delight of the Rakhus. With uplifted arms and senses fully controlled, he exposed himself to 5 fires and partook of food once a month. 1,000 years elapsed as he remained engaged in severe asceticism, O mighty One. The Almighty Brahma, the Lord and ruler of created beings, got much pleased with the high-souled king. Calling with hosts of gods on the high-souled Bhagirata, who have been practicing austerities, Brahma thereupon forthwith spoke to him. I am pleased with the asceticism duly practiced by you, O great king, the ruler of people. Therefore, ask a boon of your choice, O king of noble vows. Standing with joined palms, the exceptionally glorious and mighty armed Bhagirata submitted to Brahma. If the Lord is pleased with me, and if there is any reward for asceticism, let all the sons of Sagara receive water from me. When the ashes of these princes of gigantic body get soaked with the waters of the Gangan, all my granduncles bid fair to attain the everlasting heaven. Born in the line of Ikshvaku, O glorious one, I ask for a progeny, so that our race may not get extinct. Let this be another boon, O Lord. Brahma thereupon answered the king, who had uttered the prayer, in the following benignant and agreeable speech, full of sweet expressions. Great is this ambition of yours, O Bhagirata, a great cow warrior. May it be realized. May success attend on you, O promoter of Ikshvaku's race. Here is the river Gangan, the elder daughter of Himalayana, which emanates from the Himalayas. Let Shiva alone be invoked to support the Gangan when it descends on earth, O king. The earth, O monarch, will not be able to sustain the fall of the Gangan, and I do not perceive, O king, anyone other than Shiva capable of sustaining it. Having thus spoken to the aforesaid king, and instructed Gangan, Brahma rose to his heaven with all the gods, including the wind gods. Thus ends Canto 42 in the Balakanandva of the glorious Ramayana of Valmiki, the work of a Rashvi and the oldest epic. Kalki Purana next and last. Thank you. Okay, so let me get my book. Well, I'm gonna take a 3-minute break. Thank you. That was a proper break. Yeah. I always rush. Okay. Kalki Purana, Book 3, Chapter 13. 8 chapters left. I have to bow down to the book. I mean, I have to. Namaste. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste. I think it's in Revelation or somewhere it says, people, maybe it's in the Old Testament, people, start worshiping books and letters and something. That's what I'm doing. I worship letters and words. Here we go. Namaste. Sutra Upanishad iti Pupah Sapayam Sah Kathayitva Nijah Kathah Shashitvaja Pritamana Praha Karakim Krutanjali Shashitvaja Upanishad Devam Hi Natha Trilokesham et Pupasatvadanshirayah Mam Tatan Vidati Rajanam Devananidashakaram Hare Apasatapatum Yami Kamam Haridvaram Munipuriyam et Mataputra Pavatra Shajan Palani Yasatvadashirayah Mama Pi Kamam Janasi Puran Jamam Babato Yatan Nitanam Devividasyan Pi Dadan Saibam Sureshvaram Ityukatavan Tanantu Mudiatam Pariyayam Sahitam Nirupam Rajajaya Tomukam Karakim Brahuipu Bah Kimitiyutam He Nata Kimanenokatam Yachachurutavan Devamatomukah Katam Tad Bruhi Kamam Nah Kim Ban Nah Shanti Samshayat Karikiruvajam Amum Brochachata Bo Pupan Rishamakam Samshayachidam Shashitvajam Mahaprajinam Madhupakati Kurata Nishichayama Madhupakati Kurata Nishichayama Iti Karikilbachah Shurutvan Te Pupan Prokatakarino Rajanam Tam Punah Prahu Samchaya Pananamanasah Nirupan Uchuh Kim Devayang Katitam Rajan Shashitvajam Mahamate Katam Karikisata Badabidam Badidam Katam Karikisata Badidam Karikisata Badidam Shurutavaivan Pudatomukha 슈르트바이바 푸다 토무카흐 샤시트바장 우방짱 보랑 라마바타레노 라크시마노 디는드라자드 지드 라크시마노 디는드라지드 와타마 모쿠션짱 라쿠쇼요 드비비도 라크쇼사트바트 사다루노트 아그니아가레 브라흐마비라바테나이까디 히코 브라흐마비라바테나이까 히코 지바라흐 라크시마노스양 샤리레노 브라베슈토 모하카라카흐 땀 비아콜라마피프라쿠쇼요 드비비도 비쇼장 파라흐 아시비밤샤나 산자타흐 스바파야마사 라크시마나마 리키트바 라마파드라시야 삼진야 바트리 마타는드리타흐 라크시마남 다샤야마사 울트바스테슈터느 마하푸자흐 라크시마노 미구슈유 땀 바트림 비즈바로 발라바나 푸트 산 따또 드비비담 프라하 바람 바라야 바나라 드비비다스 따드 바짜흐 슈르트반 라크시마남 프라하 흐르셔터바트 드바트또 메 마라남 프라이티암 바나라트 바치짬 모짜남 보나스땀 라크시마노흐 프라하 마마 자르마는 따레 따바 모짜남 파비땅 기샹 발라라마 샤리란 이너흐 발라라마 샤리리너흐 사무드라시오트 따레 띠레 드비비도 나마 바나라흐 아이깡 히캄 지바람 하는띠 리키남 야스뚜 바시아띠 이띠 마는따라 쿠쇼람 드바리 리키트바 달라파트라케 야스뚜 바시아띠 다시아피 나시아띠 아이깡 히카즈바라흐 지바라흐 바시아띠 아이깡 히카즈바라흐 이띠 다시암 바람 라브트방 지라유흐 수스타바나라흐 발라라마 스트라 피는나트마 모구셔마 빠꾸토 파야마 따탕 구슈에트레 수타포트로 니하토 로하마이쇼노흐 발라라마 스트라 유크땅아트마 나이미슈에 푸트 스바반 차양 자문바밤 시장 뿌랑 푸방 바나마는 바마나트밤 갓데 하라우 다시양 비울 트바카탐 바담 따트나 짜크레 브라다쿠슈이나마 마노자밤 다마로키야 바마나흐 브라하 비스미타흐 마트토 브루노 바람 까마모로쿠쇼 티노 까마모로쿠쇼 티샹 마하발라 이티 땀 흐르슈토 이티 땀 흐르슈토 바다노 브라흐맘쇼 자문바바네 무덩 브라하 포 자크라다 하나트 마마 무르티율 파비시어티 Pratyukute Bhamanah Braha Kuroshono Janamani Mettaba Mokushoshi Chakreno Sampi는 Nashishira Pi는 Nashirasa Sampi는 Nashirasaha Sampavishyoti Mama Kuroshono Batare Tu Surya Pagotasya Pupateha Saturan Jitasutu Manuilte Manuilte Tulbadaha Samajayata Samajayata Prasanasiyam Tava Pratulbatasutu Pranuihatukaha Simhatatasyapi Manuilte Bato Jamabavatan Kurutaha Tulbanda Payapi Tasyan Kuroshanasyan Mitatejasaha Manuyanam Beshanot Chittasyan Manuyanam Beshanot Chittasyan Rakushwena Pudrano Bile Sa Dijasham Padijinyaya Tachakra Garasata Banantanama Mukuto Papuba Sasa Kurushunam Pashyana Salakushunam Shumanoma Salakushumanoma Dabadul Bala Salakushumanoma Nabadul Badalashyamam Durashatavang Pradat Dijatmajam Tadan Jamam Bhavati Kanyam Praguruhyam Manuina Saha Divarakam Puramagatya Sapayam Mamupahavayat Ahuya Mahyam Pradadao Manuim Muniganol Chitam Swaham Tam Vajrayang Tena Manuina Kanyakam Sivakam Vimahena Dada Samai Dada Vasamai Lavanuya Jaguruhe Manuima Tangam Satya Pamadaya Manuim Myayapya Sa Prapuha Tivarakamagatya Punagaja Havayaga Magad Vipuha Punagaja Havayaga Yakmaga Punagaja Havayamagad Vipuha Tivarakamagatya Punagaja Havayamagad Vipuha Punagaja Havayamagad Vipuha. Okay, wow. Kate Goroshanue Mangam Nihatya Shatatanamba Garahi Namanuima Atohamiha Janami Bolba Janamani Yatakartama Mitya Pisha Pat Goroshunosya Naiva Puna Mochanam Mama Atoham Karikirupa Atoham Karikirupaya Goroshunoya Paramatmane Tatitava Raman Satyapamaru. Why? I'm getting tired. I'm getting mad because I'm getting tired. Tatitava Raman Satyapamaru Panuim. Tatitava Raman Satyapamaru Pinuim Yami Sadagatima. Printed is so bizarre. I have to check that actually. Sorry. I should mark that. Sorry. Next time I read it, I know the fubar. That's the word. Fubar. That's really bad. This is really bad. Oh, cool. Sorry, I'm just gonna look up this because Sadagatim. I think it's Sadagatim. You know what? I'll finish it and then I'll double check it. That's what I'm almost done. Too bad. Sudaishana Satra Katena Maranam Mama Gang Kushwitama Gang Kushwitama Maranue Puditi Chinyataban Ranue Banchami Banchami. Sorry. Itiasao Jagatami Shah Karakiha Shivasura Katanama Shutavaiva Tomokasatasatel Horiyan Taimapian Prapuha Itian Shecharia Mapolva Mutatamamidam Atian Shecharia Ma. Sorry, I am tired. Last look, last one. And I gotta double check this fuzzy spelling. Itian Shecharia Mapolva Mutatamamidam Itian Shecharia Mapu Itian Shecharia Mapolva Mutatamamidam Itian Shecharia Mapolva Mutatamamidam Shurutavan Nirapan Pesimitan Lokan Her Samsadi Haishuitan Munigano Her. Sorry. Munigano Her. Letters are so tiny. I got confused between P and M. P and M. Kalkuno Kalchuitan Kalkuno Kalchuitan Her. I want to read the whole thing again. So last look, final one. Atian Shechariamu Atian Shechariama Bambutatamamidam Atian Shechariamabu Atian Shechariamapol Bambutatamamidam Shurutaban Nirapan Pesimitan Her Loka Her Samsadi Aishuitan Munigano Her Kalkuno Kalshuitan Her Kianam Paramadareno Sukhadam Tanadam Yashasyam Param Shri Madhu Shashi Tvajarita Vacho Shri Madhu Pashashi Shri Madhu Pashashi Shri Madhu Pashashi Tvajarita Vacho Shri Madhu Pashashi Tvajarita Vacho Mokushoparadam Ja Pavat. Wow, man. I want to say that again. Shri Madhu Pasha Shri Madhu Pashi Shri Madhu Pashashi Tvajarita Shri Madhu Pashashi Tvajarita Vacho Shri Madhu Pashabi. Jesus Christ. Sorry. Kyanam Paramadareno Sukhadam Tanadam Yashasyam Param Shri Madhu Pashashi Tvajarita Vacho Shri Madhu Pashashi Tvajarita Vacho Mokushoparadam Ja Pavat Mokushoparadam Ja Pavat. Namaste. Iti Shri Kalki Puran Iti Shri Kalki Purano Eno Bhagavate Pabhishuye Durtiyam Shashi Tvajarita Chakra Marano Kyanam Shashi Tvajarita Chakra Marano Kyanam Nama Drayodasho Tyaya. I have to bow. I mean, I like bowing actually. I have to. Yeah, it's not an option anymore. I have to. The more I heal, the more I self-realize, the more proper I am. Whatever. Okay, 1 second. Namaste. Namaste. Hare Krishna, Hare Balarama, Hare Duryodhana, Hare Yudhishthira. Namaste. Oh yeah, the translation. Sutra said, Shashitwanja, thus having narrated the events of his life in the assembly, with folded hands, addressed Kalki with a smile. Shashitwanja said, O Lord, the ruler of the three regions, all these kings take refuge in you, O Hari. Please consider me as a king obedient to your commands. I am proceeding to Haridvara, the most acceptable by the sages for performing penance at my own will. My sons and grandsons are under your refuge and should be taken care of by you. O Lord of all lords, you know my desires, just as you, in your previous incarnations, knew about the wishes of Jamambavane and the death of the Vibhida monkey. Having said this, when Shashitvaja, along with his spouse, got ready to depart, the other kings, on seeing Kalki, with head bowed in embarrassment, asked, What is this? O Lord, what was it that has been said by Shashitvaja that made you bow your head in embarrassment? What is it? Please explain at your will and dispel our doubts. Kalki said, O kings, please ask Shashitvaja, who is determined to worship me, and is the most intelligent, and is able to dispel your doubts. Hearing these words of Kalki, the kings full of doubts asked Shashitvaja as directed by Kalki. The king said, O king, O Shashitvaja, O most intelligent, what was it that was uttered by you which made Kalki to bow his head? Shashitvaja said, Earlier, during the incarnation of Vishnu as Rama, Mekhanada was killed at the hands of Lakshmana, because of which he was liberated from his miserable birth as a demon. I'm going to correct their spelling here. Okay. Because of killing the Brahmana, brave Mekhanada by a fiery weapon, Lakshmana was afflicted with poison, inducing unconsciousness with high fever of 1 day. Seeing Lakshmana so restless, the great Dvibhida monkey, the able physician born in the dynasty of Ashvins, whispered a hymn in the ear of Lakshmana. Having written the hymn carefully on a leaf which could dispel unconsciousness, the large-armed Dvibhida, sitting high on a tree, showed it to Lakshmana in the presence of Rama. Lakshmana, on seeing the leaf, being rid of fever, became powerful again. He asked Dvibhida to ask for a boon. Hearing these words of Lakshmana, the most delighted Dvibhida said, I want death at your hands so that I may be liberated from this birth as a monkey. Lakshmana said again, O monkey, in my next birth, as Balarama, you will be liberated. On the northern shore of the ocean lives a monkey Dvibhida. Whosoever reads the verse so written is rid of 1 day high fever, causing unconsciousness. Whoever writes this verse on a palm leaf and gets it hung on the door and sees it, he is also relieved of this 1 day high fever, causing unconsciousness. Thus, having received the boon from Lakshmana and living a long healthy life, after a long time the Bibida monkey died because of the weapon of Balarama and got liberated. Similarly, self-willed Lomahaishonu, the son of a charioteer, due to weapons of Balarama, attained death in pious Naimishuranuya. Earlier, during the Vamana incarnation of the Lord, Jamambhavana circumambulated the Lord's uplifted foot. Seeing Jamambhavana, swift as the mind, extremely astonished, Vishnu in the form of Vamana said, O king of the bears, the most powerful, ask me for a boon as per your wish. Hearing this, delighted Jamambhavana, born of a fraction of Brahma, with a happy face said to him, O Lord, may my death be with your chakra. Hearing this from Jamambhavana, Vishnu in the form of Vamana said, on my incarnation as Gurashunu, you will attain liberation with your head severed by my chakra. In his birth as Gurashunu incarnate, I, as king named Sutrajit, was a devout worshipper of the sun, but because of the gem, Gurashunu got defamed. The death of my brother Prasanajit by a lion was also because of that Syamanantaka gem, and that lion was also killed by Jamambhavana for that gem only. Scared of the false rumor being spread, the most glorious Gurashunu fought Jamambhavana, the bear, in his cave with the intention of searching the Syamantaka gem. Being tortured by the chakra of Gurashunu revolving around his neck, Jamambhavana recognized his Gurashunu, accompanied by Lakshmana, and instantly got liberated. Seeing dark-complexioned Gurashunu like newly sprouted grass, Jamambhavana gave his daughter Jamambhavati in marriage to Gurashunu, along with Syamanantaka gem. Arriving in Dvarakam, along with Jamambhavati, Gurashunu summoned me and gave the Syamanantaka gem to me, coveted even by the sages. Then I, with embarrassment, gave my daughter Satyapamai and the Syamanantaka gem to Gurashunu. He also accepted the gem as a personal property of his wedded wife Satyapamai. Yeah, they gotta use the adding words. Substituting words is no good. The all-pervading Gurashuna, having returned to Dvarakam, once being called for by help. The all-pervading Gurashuna, having returned to Dvarakam, once being called for help by an elephant, left Satyapamai and the gem under my security. on departure of Guru Shunu, Shattatanambang snatched the gem from me after killing me. That is why I remember everything that happened in my previous births. Because of spreading false rumor against Guru Shunu, I have yet not received liberation. That is why, in this birth, by giving my daughter Ramayana Satyapama of your to Kalki, Guru Shunu of your in marriage, I leave for my liberation. I, too, had sought death by Sudarshana Chakra. On death in battle, I will be liberated. With this intent, I went to battle. Kalki, the Lord of the universe, hearing about killing his father-in-law, is embarrassed, and hence is sitting with the bowed head, fearing defamation for a wrong deed. After listening to this astonishing, wonderful, and excellent narration, all the kings in the assembly were struck dumb, being affected by the qualities of Kalki. All the people and the sages were extremely delighted. This narration, narrated by Shashitvaja, respectfully provides happiness, prosperity, fame, and liberation. Thus ends the 13th chapter of part 3 of Shri Kalki Purana, relating to future happenings of the Lord, entitled Shashitva Jarita Chakra Marano Kyanam. Shashitva Jarita Chakra Marano Kyanam. I have no idea. The story of the Vivida gorilla and King Shashitvaja's previous birth as King Satyajit. Close enough. Okay, thank you very much. Chanting next. Namaste.